Luckily, a philosopher drops some wisdom, giving Neo the ability to control bullets. Talk about a crash course in facing posture. It's like handing Neo the key to the spaghetti. Door spoons aren't bent, they are just under program control. Next up, Neo's meeting the Oracle. The Oracle predicts a sacrifice between Neo and Morpheus. Morpheus, believing Neo's the chosen one, will fiercely protect him. Then suddenly, Neo spots a weird black cat walking by. Twice a deja vu feline. Neo starts talking to himself, and Trinity says, just a glitch in the Matrix. Meanwhile, Tank in the real world finds the code's been tampered with, and Morpheus makes a speedy exit to classic scrap. The phone line gets cut, and when the gang reaches upstairs, they find the only escape routes blocked. Just in time, Tank's leading them to the pipeline. They all dive into the pipes, just as the agents and a bunch of soldiers come charging in, at which point the soldiers hear a loud pop. Suddenly, a bold guy disrupts the comm, and soldiers open fire on the wall, anxiety erupting. One soldier suddenly gets possessed by Agent Smith, and just like that, he's headed for Neo. Talk about her bad hair day. Facing a crisis, Morpheus opts to be the sacrifice for Neo's escape. Neo's like, I'm going in for the rest. Morpheus holds him back, leaving Neo no choice but to obey. They are like cartoon characters falling through the air. Meanwhile, Morpheus is locked in a standoff with the agents. Smith gets clocked in the head, and whoops, now he's mad. Morpheus gets sent flying. It's full-on hand-to-hand combat, and Morpheus gets kicked like a soccer ball. This guy's having a rough day. Clearly, Morpheus hasn't got his shot against Smith in the virtual world. He's feeling like a pie. Utter right now. After the fight, Smith struts off like a peacock, leaving behind a battered Morpheus for the incoming soldiers' buffet. Roll Tracer seizes the chance to contact Tank, and he's whisked back to the real world. But oh no! He sneaks up on Tank, while the gang in the Matrix discovers the phone line's dead. He yanks the other connection ports out in the real world, ready to unplug Neo. Luckily, Tank wakes up just in time to foil the bald guy's plans. Thanks to Tank, Neo finally makes it back to the real world with a comeback story. Meanwhile, Agent Smith is giving Morpheus the third degree, trying to squeeze the location of the human base out of him. Suddenly, a man points a gun at a girl, glances at an abyss, and then cuts a mysterious call, like he's racing with a swing in mid-air. At this moment, the elevator plummets, and with a bang at the bottom, the whole building shakes. The rooftop pilot spots two intruders. Smith hears the report, and sends his goons for backup. Who knew the pilot's head would twist like a pretzel and get grabbed by the agent? Meanwhile, Neo and Trinity are in sync, taking out the runts quickly, only for Trinity to sense a strong vibe approaching. Neo whips out his gun to shoot, and to his surprise, the opponent yells, "I surrender." After exhausting his bullets, he turns to Trinity for help. Oops, too late. Ultimately, Neo dodges the incoming fire just in time, but alas, the bullet grazes him, sending him tumbling to the ground. Classic. Suddenly, an intense aura charges at them, and Trinity decisively knocks the enemy back, ready to settle the score. A crisis averted, they turn their gaze to the helicopter parked nearby, but neither of them can fly. He calls Tank immediately. Tank implants the driving program, ready for action. In the virtual world, everything's quickly powered up, and Neo and the gang zoom out the window, guns blazing. Bullets fly toward the agents like it's a shooting gallery, and under heavy firepower, the agents find themselves barely holding on. Even though the agents are the Matrix watchdogs, they can't hold up against the blitz. As spent shells rain down, they realize it's time to skedaddle. Once Neo stops firing, Morpheus is the last man standing. Spotting Neo, his spirit revs up like a race car. He breaks free of his chains, just about to escape until the agents, adjusted to their new bodies, open fire on him. Seeing this, Neo jumps off the plane, catches Morpheus. What a high-flying stunt. He safely grabs Morpheus, luckily having tied the safety rope earlier. Seeing they're both okay, Betty preps the plane for takeoff. But just then, Smith appears out the window, fires a shot, and boom, fuel tank's gone. The alarm starts blaring. Betty wrestles to steer the plane towards the building, smoke billowing. Neo has no choice but to toss Morpheus out. Neo steadies himself and lands safely on the rooftop, but the plane's gone rogue and it's plunging to the ground. Neo wraps a rope around himself but can't budge that plane. Thankfully, Betty cuts the rope just in time for a heroic leap. The out of control planers collided with the building, and immediately thereafter, a massive explosion erupts, sending waves of fire and smoke outwards. After the explosion, Neo quickly pulls Betty up, locking eyes for a brief moment of such tension, until Morpheus barges in. They need to scram. The crew hurries to another exit point, with injured Morpheus being the first to bounce. The beggar in the corner catches the scene, and as luck would have it, Smith also picks up on it. Just as Betty is about to leave at that very moment, Smith completes the beggar's resurrection. Though he fails to stop Betty from returning to the real world, he utterly wrecks the phone booth. Now Neo's run out of chances to go back. It's the endgame of the Matrix, and fearless Neo charges right at the ultimate bad boy, Smith. As two of the strongest humans, they can see the bullet's trajectory clearly. Such attacks aren't doing either of them any favors. Both tumble to the ground, and Neo rolls away just as Smith drops his weapon. Neo's eyes widen. He gets it. Enjoying this vibe? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.